British Foods is owned by Whittington Investments. We'll talk about Whittington Investments a little bit later. But the other 50% of Primark, associated British Foods, is owned by good old-fashioned capitalist shareholders whose only interest in life is to put a pound in their pocket. So, ladies and gentlemen, every pound you put in those tills, the profit from that, half of that goes to good old-fashioned capitalist shareholders. The other half of that goes to Whittington Investments. We'll talk about Whittington Investments later. So it stands to reason that if Primark and associated British Foods can avoid paying their fair share of corporation tax and UK tax, half of that tax avoided goes straight into the pockets of shareholders. No charities involved. So, does associated British Foods and Primark avoid paying tax?
Yes!
The answer is yes, they do. They avoid paying a massive amount of tax, and the way they do it is very, very simple. Associated British Foods and Primark wholly own a subsidiary company located in a tax haven. They lend this company vast sums of money, interest-free, and then borrow the same money back at a commercial rate of interest and offset that interest against their corporation tax. The annual savings for this completely artificial scheme are £10 million a year. That is £10 million of your money, ladies and gentlemen. That is £10 million of your money, your tax money, money that could go to pay for schools and hospitals and other public services, avoided in tax. And £5 million of that avoided tax goes straight into the pockets of the shareholders. So now I turn to Whittington Investments, the owner of the other 50% of associated British Foods. You may be told that this is owned by a charity. This also isn't true. 20% of Whittington Investments is owned by the Weston family. The Weston family are a business empire of Anglo-Canadian business people. So, of that £10 million worth of tax which is avoided, £5 million is going straight to the shareholders of ABS, and £2 million of it is going to the Weston family. So now we look at the other half, the other 80% of Whittington Investments. The other 80% of Whittington Investments is owned by the Garfield Weston Trust, a charitable organisation. And what does it do with its controlling interest of Whittington Investments? It appoints a member of the Weston family as its chief executive and pays that member £2 million a year. So there is now accounted for another £2 million of your money going into the hands of wealthy individuals. And who are the trustees? All of the trustees of Garfield Weston Investments. They are all members of the Weston family. Each and every one of you. Each and every one of them. So now I want to tell you about the worthy causes that Garfield Weston Foundation donates to. Well, approximately £1 million has been donated to that charitable and benevolent organisation called the Conservative Party. So that is £1 million worth of your money in evaded tax paying for the Conservative Party. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cameron's big society is clearly founded on the back of massive tax evasion. When the Charity Commission questioned this payment to the Conservative Party, a similar amount of money was instead donated to the CIPD. I can't remember what it's called. This is a leading and influential right-wing think tank, and amongst its publications are Feminism and Magic Medicine, a very eloquent argument against